Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one for you. So I haven't talked about Dylan Mulvaney in a long time. So guys, I had to bring this knucklehead up because guys, the woke always eat themselves. As us men, we don't need to do anything. All we need to do is sit back and watch. Guys, they had a thing where a bunch of the LDHD TV people were marching, and then there was the pro people over in the Middle East people. They were like fighting in the streets because they were counter-protesting each other. So now, guys, they're canceling Dylan Mulvaney because this person is not woke enough. So, guys, we'll get into this in the dumpster fire known as TikTok. But before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment because it really helps keep this channel going. You guys are watching on Crumble, head over to my YouTube. If you're on YouTube, guys, check out my second channel, linked in the description. Check out my locals, guys, and let's get into this.
So everyone is finally cancelling Dylan Mulvaney. Fucking finally. I have been trying to tell you guys about this person for the longest time, but whenever I say it, I get labeled as a certain word that I can't say on this app. Everyone is calling Dylan Mulvaney a massive hypocrite now that I know. People are finding it very suspicious that this woman right here has grown her entire account based off of promoting women's rights, saying the significance of women, how important women are for her, and of course, recognizing the struggles that women have to go through on a day-to-day basis.
Isn't it funny that they think that this knucklehead can speak for all these women? Right?
Finkel is Einhorn! Einhorn is a man!
She's actually won, I swear, Woman of the Year for this. However, when it comes to speaking about the women in Palestine who are having to use tent scraps because their periods are coming, or the women in Congo who are aggressively and systematically getting raped, she's quiet. She's silent. It's crickets even. People are recognizing that it's women that got this woman to this place to begin with. But however, when it comes to addressing issues that affect women within the diaspora, she's conveniently quiet. Yeah. So,
isn't it funny, guys? I always say this. This is why I don't feel bad for all these chicks that are whining about all the transformers, right? In women's sports, right? You know what I'm saying? All the and all of them that are in women's locker rooms, because guys, they voted for this. All of these strong and independent effing shit.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Just like this knucklehead said, they elected this knucklehead to speak for them, and are shocked that this person is not doing what they want or just doesn't care. Please. And guys, the hashtags, hashtag Dylan Mulvaney, hashtag cancel, hashtag quiet, hashtag grape, hashtag Congo, hashtag Palestine, right? Absolutely insane. All of these people in these comments are bodying Knucklehead McGee too, right? And guys, like I said, we don't need to feel bad for them, guys, because they did this themselves. Clown world.
Dylan Mulvaney has now come under fire by a lot of her fans over the last few days for her reluctance, I guess, to speak on the watermelon place. Her comments have been flooded with people begging her to speak on this, with people asking, much like it has been for any larger creator, larger celebrity. And a lot of people are
guys, when they say the watermelon place, they mean, you know, that place over there in the Middle East. You know what I'm saying?
That because she is a part of a marginalized group, this issue should speak more clearly to her, and she should want to advocate for it. And on that first point, I'm very curious to know what you think. But I also think that she's adding to the trend of creators, specifically influencer celebrities, that explode and they grow because people follow them. They make money because people follow them. And then they lose touch. That becomes so consistent that they lose touch with the idea that it is literal human beings sitting behind their phones, liking, sharing, commenting on their posts and taking action.
But she's acting like people, like this person actually gave a damn in the first place. Mulvaney's not losing touch. This person never cared. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
To support and elevate this person's narrative and they're not connected to those people anymore. Because if everybody stopped interacting with people's videos, nobody would be making any money off of them. And it gets really disheartening to fall in love with a person, right? Like you fall in love with a person and their journey and you follow them and you're following them through this journey and everybody begins as a normal person, you know, and then all of a sudden they are hanging out with Lady Gaga and Paris Hilton's mom and sitting down with the president of the United States. And then eventually what happens is they're not answering any of your comments anymore and they're not listening to what fans want. And I think this is a very common feeling for people.
And there it is, guys. These knuckleheaded broads elevated this person, right? This to the point where she's meeting with the president and all this other foolishness, right? Guys, this isn't us men doing this. You know what I mean?
We as fans create the stardom, we create the wealth, we create the economy, and benefit from it not at all.
So stop doing it, right? Guys, hero worship, especially this influencer stuff, guys, a lot of men don't do that. We'll exalt guys like sport, athletes that actually show excellence and stuff, right? We don't do it in the same way that women do for like Lady Gaga and Kim Kardashian, right? Guys, we admire guys, but we don't ever try and we don't think that we can be our heroes. You know what I'm saying? Guys, he might try and work out to look like Arnold, right? Or Ronnie Coleman, but you know you're not going to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. And guys, all these people in her comments, so Mulvaney needs to be canceled. Anyone who fell in love with Mulvaney is already a red flag. If you're a Mulvaney fan, you're a waste of life. Ha ha ha. Guys, why is it that they can say this, but anytime us men say it?
How dare you?
Guys, hashtag Dylan Mulvaney. Hashtag pop culture news. Hashtag pop culture clown world.
Two creators really quick. My mutual joy. And
Look at that. Look at this bull ring in her nose. 2 eyebrow rings. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
Dylan Mulvaney. And you're going to see why in just a second. Dylan Mulvaney is a very successful trans woman on this app. Jory, no offense to Jory, is a semi-successful trans woman on this app. And the difference between them is one of them is white and rich. And the other is black and not.
Oh, there it is, guys. Gotta break out the race card, because that's what this knucklehead is doing. Sorry, Dylan. Guess what? Now they're like, you're white! Look at that! Look at that, guys.
I don't know everything about Jory's financial status, but I'm telling you right now that she is not rich by any stretch of the imagination. Dylan Mulvaney has gotten on estrogen facial feminization surgery, met the president, bought a house, and was on the face of beer cans for a little while there. And while she's faced a lot of transphobia, absolutely, because she's massively known, she's also extremely successful. You don't just meet the president out of nowhere. Jory, through all of her transness and transitioning, and
I don't even know who this Jory person is, guys, and I'm glad I don't.
Everything she has done for people on this app has not received really any of that at all. She was on estrogen for a while, and then only within the past year-ish got her facial feminization surgery. All right. And that was because after gaining so much money for a trans organization, she was allowed to keep money that was very specifically and publicly said would go towards her facial feminization surgery, was allowed to keep that, and then got it. And y'all are really upset with her. You all have treated her nothing but unfairly, especially after she got to go to Paris and propose to her girlfriend and got them something nice. After years of not being able to do that. I would love to have the reach of Dylan Mulvaney. I really would. I would love to have that amount of money and be that successful. I would love to be rich, white, and skinny, okay? But I'm not, and neither is Jory. And so what really upsets me right now is the double standard that we hold for trans people in this community. Y'all never want to hear it, but you treat white trans people so much better than you ever do the black counterparts within this community.
There it is, guys, right there. You can never be woke enough. Right? And this is why you just don't even try with the wokey wokes, right?
And this is nothing against Dylan specifically. I am very happy for her success. But it is hurtful to see people hype up one person and then drag the other through the dirt. And this is not to say that Dylan does not face any form of transphobia or anything like that. Dylan definitely faces a lot of hate. In that same breath, you need to understand the reach and the difference in visibility between these two people, okay? And what Jory has very specifically done for the community across her entire time of being on this platform.
Guys, I'm sorry. I can't handle this anymore. I just can't. Guys, they'll always tear each other down, right? They always will. Guys, all we have to do is sit, watch, point, and laugh. And they will take themselves down. Guys, are hashtags, hashtag trans, hashtag queer community, hashtag trans community, hashtag activism. And guys, I know that some of you guys might not have caught the gist of what this knucklehead said. So guys, I'll translate for you. I had to do it, guys. I had to. You guys. All right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one.